No, but it makes sense. You get a young Fernando Tatis. For me, one of the biggest talents in baseball from a talent perspective, and I'm talking a Robert Acuna type of talent. Can do it all, and a young Alex Rodriguez, that type of talent. They don't come along too often. So he gets popped. He rides the motorcycle. He gets hurt. He gets suspended for a year. He's kind of on his best behavior, and we talked about it off air, Woodsy. He comes back to the team kind of hat in hand.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I got to get on.
I got to get it right.
Right. I've got some amends to make. Not only, and the most important thing is you're good with your guys that go to battle every night. Those 26 guys in the room are the most important. If they've got your back and you're good with one another, the rest will work itself out. But he comes back and he's told right away, yeah, you're a young star, 22-year-old, just signed the biggest deal in probably Padres history, shortstop. Oh, yeah, you're going to go play right field. Well, okay, all this stuff I've gone through, I better say yes and mind my P's and Q's. He goes and plays right field, plays a great right field. But then you get into a Cronenworth situation. Great young second baseman up and coming. Cronin, we need you to play first. Kim's happy because he's kind of a swing guy. He'll play wherever he's going to be happy, and he thrived in that role. You bring a Bogarts over from Boston, who's been a perennial all-star performer. Had a rough beginning, kind of finished strong.
Yeah.
And then Manny Machado.
Rough middle.
Yeah. And Manny, who was kind of banged up here and there. But for his time played this year, kind of had a Manny-esque year. Go to center field again. And that's the thing I see. How long can you let a guy in center field hit 190-something? And it's not an issue. Plays a great defense. But for me, you've got to move on. It's not acceptable to have somebody in the lineup that hurts the lineup that much. Anyway, that's for another day. But I looked at all these things, and I thought, is there a problem there? Yes, there is. As middle infielders, and as especially young middle infielders, there is an ego that comes with being a star shortstop, a star second baseman. Those are premier positions. Short, second, center field. Shortstop being the most talented in the bunch. Always have been, always will be. The shortstop can play anywhere on the field and play it probably at a high level because they're so skilled. And all of a sudden, you're telling this young star player that you're going to go play right field. Well, if I was told as a young player, you're going to go play left field, I would be like, don't you realize I'm a Gold Glove second baseman? And they don't grow on trees? Once again, that naivety that I had as a young player. But it's real life stuff that affects clubhouses. Nobody talked about Cronenworth all year, just sliding over to first. They just figured, he's happy to do that. Did anyone ask him if he's happy to do that?
Is this a outlandish thought that I think myself, guilty as charged, and I think other fans feel the same way? Once you get your back, your long-term contract, this is the team you're going to be with for a while, and we've got several of those guys locked up. Shouldn't, in a perfect world, the ego go away and say, whatever you need me to do to win a World Series, I will do. I know that's pie in the sky. I think some teams have embraced that. I don't think the Padres have.
That's why it comes down to when you give money, when you sign long-term contracts, there's more to it than talent.
Right.
Who am I giving this to? And how is he going to bring out the best in my organization that's paying him a lot of money? In a perfect world, of course.
Of course.
Give me my money and
I'll do whatever you need.
But in my day, and the money isn't what it is today.
Sure.
But I remember my last contract. I signed a long-term 4 or 5 year deal for good money. And I remember, the press, just when there was downtime and we were all bored. Hey, Brett, isn't it awesome every 2 weeks those checks you get? And to be honest with you, at the time, I thought, you know what? I'm 1 for 12 right now, and we just lost 3 or 4. I could care less about that check.
Sure.
Now, one day I'm going to be thankful. But right now, really, I don't care. It's not about that. It's all about the personality and the person getting the money. I've played with teammates that sign this big deal and they mail it in. It's like, I got my money.
Wow.
And I've played with teammates that signed that big deal and it didn't change them one iota. They're coming to the yard to kick your butt every night. So it's up to the individual, and it's so individualistic.